Hello, I'm Cookie Stoner, and welcome to Cookie Stoner Presents on our second segment with Natalie Johnson and Madge Atkinson. Madge, who's been on our Coming Out series before, and Natalie, who is Madge's wife, is here with us today. And we talked a little bit about we started off kind of like, I'll just say kind of spazzy, mainly because of me. I mean, maybe it's because Friday night and I'm still drinking like high caffeine tea. I don't know, that could have something to do with it. And my little dog here. But, it is kind of a fun thing to do on Friday night. And I'm thrilled to be a part of this. And just to have so many people I respect who are coming on here and talking about your, we can have fun with it. You're at a great place in your life now. But when you came out, when you were, you're raised in a very conservative, as you said, not just conservative, religious home, and very much like everything was black and white.
Yes.
Okay.
There were certain issues.
That's right. There are certain things you do or you don't do, and there's no in between. Yes. So when you said you were younger, you knew that you just tried to fit in about like, oh yeah, he's cute, but so when you were in your 20s, you came out. When did you just say to yourself, like, not with your parents yet? We know that didn't happen to your 40s, but when did you say, okay, I know I'm gay. This is it.
It was kind of actually like that because I was kind of still mimicking, going to parties out, with the early 20s, you're just bar friendly at that age.
Yeah, bar friendly. Oh, I've never heard, we talked about all the terms she has. I've never heard that. I used to be bar friendly. Yeah. Oh, I was very bar friendly. That we're going to do another show about bar friendly people. If you'd like to come back, we'll talk about that. Like, I was a real bar friendly. Okay, I do love to see. I can't do anything but be silly with you. Okay, no. I do like that. That's fun. Okay, we could have a really good time just being really. Madge would be like, y'all stop. Oh, I can't wait to go to church. I'm going to get in trouble. Oh, we're going to get in trouble. Oh, that's going to be fun. Get the church giggles. I love it. So you were bar friendly, yes.
And just kind of, young, wild, and crazy. But I was doing that because that's what everybody else did. And it's once again kind of mimicking behavior to try
Did
to
you try to like meet boys? Like, I'm trying to go out and meet a guy?
Oh, yeah. And so finally one night,
Did you have boyfriends? Did you have guys?
I had one serious boyfriend, and then after that, it was just kind of flirting and hanging out and that sort of thing. But one night, really late, I just finally said, "Okay, That's the hard part because I was in that special kind of denial that for most of my youth, you don't allow yourself to think about it because thinking about it already starts the sin. So you put these
and it just takes on this whole.
So it was like I had to actually sit down and just tell myself, okay, you're living a lifestyle that you're not really proud of, and that probably is a sin. So you're doing that to run away from a sin that's probably not because it's who you are. And I had this whole conversation just sitting by myself one night. So
you felt like the lifestyle of just going out and being this wild young woman was simply trying to cover up for just being who you were.
So which is the sin? Living the lie.
Living the lie.
So
and your secrets will make you sick.
And so that's what I kind of did. I finally just said, okay, you're gay. Now what are you going to do about it? And I was like, I've got to move to San Francisco because that's all I
knew. You are killing me. You need to do a whole comment then about this. Okay, I hate to laugh. We did say this is funny.
You're in Alabama.
Oh my gosh, I'm in Alabama. I'm gay. I've got to move to San Francisco because that's what everybody has to do, right? And it was the gay mecca.
Exactly, 80s, 90s. What else did you
know? Did you do that?
No.
I love it. Okay, I
did start traveling though. I went to LA and New York and overseas to Europe and stuff like that, just to kind of expand the world a little bit.
Oh, sure, I guess you probably felt even more open and comfortable in who you were.
Yeah, once that started happening, and I had a core group of little friends.
Did you come out to?
Yeah, that was really scary because when you're in the closet, like I was, I tend to was homophobic. And made a lot of jokes.
I've heard so much about that that people say.
I made a lot of homophobic jokes, and
really had your own homophobia.
I was kind of worried about my friends because they knew about these. They made jokes too, and so it was kind of like, now you want to come out to them, and you kind of are the ringleader for not being okay with it. So.
Wow.
But I was very fortunate. One of my best friends, still my best friend to this day, she lives down in Florida with her husband, and her child is my niece, you know, and you make family along the way. But
Right.
Tracy, she stood by me the whole time, and so it's been great. Most of my friendships are like that we started before that, and they've gone on for 20, 30 years now. So,
And that's a testament to those true friendships of the heart.
yeah, that's
know,
what I said. You kind of make your family, you know. So,
You know, I had a friend who lives in another state who told me, she's my age, and she was telling me that and she actually lives in a larger city, but that her best friend growing up, once she came out, the father said something to the effect of, "Oh, I guess that's why she spent the night all the time." Anyway, and how hurtful that was to her, that she was like, first of all, not all, you don't want every, woman you see. Not every guy wants every guy. And I've said that in different segments. And, it doesn't mean that it's just like with heterosexual, you don't want every person you see.
Yeah.
So, people, a lot of times, so to have friends who've become like your family,
Yes.
who just have continued, and I think that friend still has her friend, but just to know, were your friends' parents, were they open and understanding
for the most part, yeah.
Now, so that went on for about 20 years, that you just were this single woman and you were not really bringing anybody home to your parents.
No, I wasn't single most of the time, but
You weren't. But you had a partner, but you never brought the partner home to your parents.
and never introduced them. Just
never
another
introduced
friend,
them. You would just always refer to that friend.
I had been in a relationship for 10 years. So.
Okay, so did you live with this person?
Yes.
And so did your parents just think it was your roommate, or okay? And so when you when you're what was it, when you're 40, that you were like, okay, this is it, I need to just sit down and tell you, or you wrote the letter, the email you sent?
Yeah, I did the email.
What made you do that? What predicated that?
Well, it was the passing of, like I said,
the
my
sister-in-law. You
Yeah.
said that, okay.
That's okay.
And remember, obviously, I'm not a very good interviewer, because I would remember. Actually, I do usually remember everything, but I still think the tea is getting to the So I'm like, I really am. I'm sitting here going, I really think I've had too much
After
tea.
you do so many interviews.
I know, really, I know. Well, after that, So, but after your sister-in-law, and then you're like, okay, that's what you base that upon, and then you tell them. Where is most of your pain? Because I know that we talked about that, and that you and I talked about having that. We have a lot of that self-deprecating humor, just being able to laugh at this. And I told you that there's so much fun in being able to see people start on a journey, go through pain, and get to the other side and be able to be in a great place. So then we can get to a place of laughter and even joking about certain things. However, it is so important to me that if someone is watching this and they are in pain, that they don't think that, well, that's just another person making fun of, even if it's, someone, who understands or who is like them. But I do love that we're able just to have this, just this easy humor about it. I don't know. Maybe it's all because we're all over 45. I don't know. Maybe and it's Friday night, and this is obviously the most fun any of us have had on Friday. I don't know. That probably is it. Okay, I'm speaking for y'all, but hey, I know I follow you on Facebook on Friday night. I know what y'all do.
Yeah, exactly.
Same thing. In fact, the most important thing for me tonight is I get to watch The Office. That's what I'm saying. Shout out for The Office. That's like my big thing every night. Like when it's over, I'm going to die. But there's been a lot of pain. So you're in a great place. You're in a happy marriage. You are happy with who you are. But I do know that there's still a lot of pain. Besides your parents, was there pain with any other people who were close to you? Or did you just have anything that was just so overtly a slap in the face?
Not really.
I
think the hardest part was actually before I came to terms with it.
So
because
say maybe yourself.
Yeah, there was a lot.
That's the hardest
of that
part.
Because it's kind of like when you start mimicking other people from such an early age. Then when I do come out to myself, it's like I have no idea who I really am because I've been mimicking for 23 years.
And in a way, you've been lying to yourself this whole
exactly.
time. Even if it wasn't malicious lie, it was just.
And when you lie to yourself, of course you're going to repeat that lie to other people because you believe it. So there is a lot of trying to figure out is that really who you are, and then
Am I making this up?
Yeah.
Am I sinning?
Exactly.
Am I just trying to live this bad life or
Yeah.
trying to walk on the
But
wild side?
things after I came out, it was a lot better because at least I knew that was true. But there was still some transition period. It's like, well, now what do you do about it? I made the joke about going to San Francisco, but I really was kind of sheltered.
So you were really like, well, what do I do with myself now?
People? Yeah,
Yeah. And
you got to remember this was before the internet, so there was no, Match.com or anything.
So did you like just start? I mean, what did you do? Did you just see, here's because I'm with you and I'm laughing with y'all. Like, did you put up your gaydar and see? I don't know. I have to do that with you. I've got to stop that.
Well,
I mean, what did you do?
Are
Are we going to get in trouble for doing that? I hope not. I hope not. I don't know if we have to edit that out or not, but I thought it was kind of funny. I know. But I mean, what did you do?
Well, I mean, slowly but surely, when people do know about you, they're like, well, meet my friend.
Oh, I want you to meet a friend of mine.
It's like, I have a friend that's gay. You can meet them.
Yeah, okay.
But you do actually start social networking that way, or at least you did before computers. Sure. And then, I'm not that old. Computers did come out eventually.
Right. Eventually they came out.
It was the 50s.
That's right, exactly. Yeah, I'm sitting over here going, I'm like, okay, y'all do remember I'm about 7 years older than, yeah, but that's okay.
Yeah, but, it's same kind of thing, I guess, nowadays.
Well, just like we did when just like you do when you meet heterosexual people meet. Like, hey, I'm single, I have a friend.
You're limited in this
you are
area
more
because
limited. Was it always in North Alabama where you lived?
Yes, and the only thing, it was pretty much bar. That's for the gay thing, that's pretty much you had to go to a bar. So I always had thought that was odd about the churches not being accepting. Because
isn't that interesting?
Now you want us to go to the bars because that's the only place we can go.
Isn't that is interesting?
Unless we go to Nashville a lot. Nashville had a lot more to, even back then.
But they had more
like gay restaurants and stuff like that you could go to. But
so
Huntsville, it was pretty much a bar or two.
Right. Exactly. So your first sort of brush or experience with pain was with yourself.
Yes. And
self-acceptance, which that really seems to be almost textbook in every interview I've done. And when everyone gets to that point, and it's almost like you said, they get to that, for lack of a better word, epiphany. They're like, once they get to that, everyone has said that. Once they get to that point, then they're really, even though they're frightened to inflict whatever they think they might be inflicting upon family or whatever, it's almost like, I'm not doing it because I'm making this choice trying to hurt you, but I am feeling so good about it. I just want you to be happy for me. Yeah. Sort of thing.
And a lot of it too, I did run into some issues, fear in general in society. One time, like, I did leave the gay bar and a truck full of guys were, following me and yelling profanity and stuff like that. And I did have experiences like that. So I think nowadays it's a lot better.
But that still does. I mean, unfortunately, it does. It does happen. Unfortunately, and there, that, as you said, that fear-based. Well, I'm still going to just stay in this because I don't want anyone to say those things to me, or
a lot of the younger generation I've talked to, the gay young generation, they don't get that how scary it was, like, to hold hands in public or anything like that, because it was a real big fear, And,
well, what I want to do, I want to end up, I always tell everyone there's always this organic place that we can, end. So I want to start our third segment talking a little bit about being able to be, because I see y'all are openly affectionate, which I'm because you're just being natural and normal to who you are in your relationship. But talk a little bit about that, talk a little bit about also your, the fear or the continued hurt, not to throw your family under the bus or your parents, but, that just, that is something that, is that acceptance, or, have you accepted it? So that's what we'll do when we come back in the third segment. And then the last segment we'll talk about is, unless we get them all in one segment, it just kind of depends on how long we go, is about your church and about you two, and what y'all do in your church, which is Unlimited Ministries, right? Which is so awesome because it's unlimited.
Yes.
All right, we'll be right back after this.